surprised how Al-Qaeda has generated a major debate in the Muslim world about questions of jihad, about questions of violence, about questions of liberalism, question of women. In fact, for all of you, and I don't know if you know, Al-Qaeda faces a massive crisis of authority and legitimacy in the Muslim world. Al-Qaeda has lost the war, Farid, for Arab minds, if not hearts. In fact, in the Muslim world, Christopher, now, the top leading clerics that we follow on a daily basis are really trying to craft a different interpretation of jihad based on the moral, similar to what we have just war theory in Judaism and Christianity. There is now a major attack by the top clerics in the Muslim world who are trying to basically, because Al-Qaeda has tried to hijack the whole notion of jihad.
And isn't it true that many of them have actually issued fatwas against suicide bombing?
Absolutely. In fact, Al-Azhar, Christopher, the Tantawi is being attacked on a weekly basis. The Sheikh Tantawi, who's the head of Al-Azhar, who has been on record day after day, not only against Al-Qaeda, but against, period, all kinds of violence, politically based violence. But when we talk about the Muslim world, we need to make distinctions.
But Fawad, let me ask a question to you, because I see the same thing you're describing. I see Al-Qaeda on the defensive. I see many of these moderate clerics, so-called, who are denouncing it and denouncing suicide bombing. But then I look at Somalia, where an Islamist group takes over a town every few months. Nigeria, where 10 states have adopted Sharia law. Parts of Pakistan. So I'm confused. Is it on the retreat, or does it have remarkable resilience?
It's a battle. It's a war. You know the terrible formula, clash of civilization, invented by Huntington. The only real clash of civilization today, the only serious one, is inside Islam, between the moderates and the fascists. This is a clash between the moderate civilization and the fascist civilization inside the Muslim world. Who is winning? Who is winning? Who is on the retreat? I don't know. I hope that the moderates are on the process, and I hope that the fascists are retreating. I am not sure.
We're not disagreeing that, but the conflict is really within.
Inside. But we have a responsibility to help, as we
not
should.
By waging, by wars and by, in fact,
because I don't say that war is never the best solution. Sometimes it is the only one which remains.
Turmoil basically helps the extremists versus the moderates.
It depends.
War basically.
The formula for war has made us give up Swat Valley, though. I mean, Swat Valley does not represent one of your examples of progress.
No, it does not.
So it
and
really.
And that's the question asked about other theaters as well.
But it belies this idea that extremist Al-Qaeda ideology is losing in our Muslim world, and this is a truth. I mean, we're not talking theory here. This is on the ground in a region that has never been in the grips of this extremist ideology.
And that concludes this discussion. We will have to talk about it again. There will be other occasions. Thank you all. Let's start talking about radical Islam. Joining me are Bernard Henri Levy, who wrote, among several great works, Who